Welcome back to Executive Class. It's a new morning here in the countryside of Cavite. Although the province is rapidly urbanizing, a lot of farmland still remains here. That's what we're here to explore. The G House in Alfonso is my base in the province, and though it's tucked in an agricultural side of town, it's also minutes away from some of the best restaurants in Tagaytay. Like this one, which opened recently, Farmer's Table, a farm-to-fork all-day dining spot located within Nurture Wellness Village, a sprawling spa and hotel complex built amidst flowering trees and lush gardens in a quiet back street far from the traffic on the ridge. I've always loved al fresco dining, more so now during the pandemic when we want to feel safe when we're dining out. And that's what this part of Tagaytay and Cavite has so much of, outdoor dining spaces. However, not all are as pretty or as spacious as this one. Farmer's Table is entirely al fresco. Only a tall roof separates diners from the outdoors. It's not only healthier this way, but diners get a chance to see some of the organic herb and vegetables that make it to their plate. I guess this is a salad garden because it says so. And it does look like a salad bowl over here. Now, a lot of restaurants in the area advertise farm-to-table cooking, but I'm not sure if they're really being honest about it. But at least here, we know that they get a lot of their vegetables from the garden. Not everything is sourced from these gardens, of course. Most of the ingredients used in the dishes are from farms and markets within a 6-kilometer radius. Wow, this looks yummy. Eggs, the pork in my breakfast plate are provided by farmers close by. That's probably why it tastes so much better. They're delivered fresh every morning. The smoothie is so fresh as well, made from pineapples grown nearby and kale from the kitchen garden behind me. Farmer's Table is the latest creation of the Raintree Hospitality Group, the same people behind some of my favorite hotels and restaurants in the country. At a time when restaurateurs are either holding back or closing down establishments, Raintree saw an opportunity.
I thought, perfect timing. Kasi the roads were getting better and a lot of people were laid off. It was an opportunity to bring back the people. It was also an opportunity to show that maybe the economy is breaking through. If we can help support the smaller guys like contractors and vendors. And at the same time, boost the morale. Because I mean, who are these crazy people opening during the pandemic, right?
Crazy perhaps, but smart too, because every single day since opening has been good for business. What did you want to offer that was unique?
Well, it's really what's here. We're in the middle of an entire forest, a wooded area, which you don't get as much for the other restaurants, let's say on the ridge. You get a nice view there, but here you're in the middle of cicadas and fruits and vegetables. So we really wanted that sort of escape to the countryside, that countryside experience, rather than maybe totally Tagaytay.
I get frustrated sometimes walking into a restaurant in Tagaytay and you feel like you could have been in Manila.
Yeah.
And you see that. You
Yeah,
see like
indoors, yeah.
how you try to keep it.
That sense of place.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of try to keep it simple, where the star is really the garden. The stars are the plants in the restaurant.
And that's why it's called also Farmer's Table, right?
Yeah, we really tried as much to use everything local.
It's great to know that they rely on local and organic produce. But it's up to Executive Chef Khalil Chan and his team in the kitchen to bring out the freshness and flavors of the ingredients. Hi, Chef.
Hi,
so what
hi,
are we
David.
having for lunch? It must be really different working here
Yes, so I'm
with so
preparing-
much ingredients just close by.
Yes, so we have a farm over here, a small farm, a chef's farm, and over there, down the garden, we have another farm, and 300 meters or 500 meters away, we have 2 more farms. So everything we need here in the restaurant, they grow it for us. Yes.
Okay. So when you came up with the menu, what was foremost in your mind?
Of course, we have to use the freshest produce that we have, and then I work with at least 3 to 5 kilometers away radius when it comes to my produce.
Or is farm-to-table cooking just a gimmick? Well, if these organic tomatoes are any gauge, you can definitely taste the difference.
Wow, very fresh.
I asked Chef Khalil to send over dishes that best represent what he's doing in the kitchen. Fresh, organic, and locally sourced food that look just as natural and pretty as the gardens around me.
Okay, they've got heavier dishes on the menu, but I wanted something that better represented the nature around us, something more colorful as well. So you've got pizza, 2 salads, you've got this cauliflower, and of course, plant-based burger.
And since I can't finish this alone, and with more dishes arriving, I've asked Annabelle and Kathy Turville, the owner of Nurture Wellness Village, to join me. Sure, there's nothing on the menu that can't be served in the city, but when ingredients are not frozen or transported over a long distance, the food tastes much better. And when enjoyed al fresco with views of nature, the experience is much more memorable. While most just come to eat and do a bit of shopping at the farm store before leaving, I'm staying a bit longer to enjoy the gardens and get a massage in the spa within the property.
Hello? Okay. Massage, right?
Yes,
Just my back.
Yes, po.
All right, thank you.
With spas allowed to reopen, I'm having my first massage in 6 months. At Nurture, you can opt for a session outdoors in one of their huts before hitting the road. Okay, though I set out to enjoy farm life in Cavite, I admit there's little I've done so far that a farmer here would call authentic. So, to fulfill my promise, I'm heading back to Alfonso for a genuine slice of farm life.
As we've just experienced so far, there's so many reasons to love living in a farm. But before you decide to relocate or invest in a farm property, it's best to find out what it's actually like to live in a farm, an actual farm. So let's talk to someone who's lived in the farm for more than 10 years. She's called a weekend farmer. Hi, Pinky.
Pinky Peralta's weekend farm was built from scratch as her personal retreat, but she's since opened it to the public for tours, meals, and overnight stays. It's a working, organic farm, not a resort. And if ever it looks too charming or well organized, that's only because Pinky is a professional interior designer and knows how to create order out of nature. Even the view of Mount Talamitam amidst a tree line is deliberate. And that's what I love about her farm. It's rustic without being haphazard, comfortable without compromising authenticity. In short, a stay here is the closest you get to living in a farm without sacrificing basic creature comforts. And best of all, you can actually learn how to farm here.
So how did you get into the whole farming lifestyle?
Yes. I have zero experience. That's what I tell people. But I think it's the desire in my heart to reconnect again with the land, because I am a provinciana at heart. So I wanted to really feel, it's more nostalgic actually. And I want my kids to be experiencing that kind of experience I had when I was a kid.
And what was that experience?
You know, having my food, my vegetables from my backyard, just picking it and then just cooking it. So it's so fresh. And also the rugged experience of climbing all these trees, no? So I'd like to bring that back. And I just felt at that time, years of city life, it's like killing my soul already. So I have to be in a place of reconnection.
I totally get what she's saying, and that's why a weekend farm is convenient. Since it's close enough to the big city where she works, she can return whenever she feels a need to rejuvenate her spirit.
A lot of people like you maybe start out with just imagining life in the farm. It's so tranquil, it's so
Yeah.
peaceful, it's so soulful. I'm gonna paint, I'm going to do yoga. They don't realize that it's not that simple, right? So I suppose it's before they take the plunge. I guess it's recommended that they try it out first.
Exactly.
So if they were to come here for what's the perfect way to try out the experience?
I would recommend them having an overnight or two, so that they would experience the full gamut of being a farmer. Then they would have a farm tour, and they can even have a hands-on intensive training on doing a vermicompost and trying it out, sowing the seeds. So if they don't like the worms, then it's already a sign.
This is not for you.
Not for them.
If the vermicompost part turned you off, don't worry, that's just an optional experience. Most simply come to stroll around the farm and try her homemade delicacies.
The tomatoes and the pomodoro, the bananas, you have the coffee even, grown here in the farm, the passion fruit juice. It's like even if the restaurants in Tagaytay are so close, literally minutes away, there's no need to leave.
Exactly.
Even the beer is made on site at their microbrewery, and it tastes amazing. And because it isn't safe to drink and drive, or if ever you feel like extending your visit, you're welcome to stay the night.
For your overnight stay, there are two types of accommodations to choose from. Rooms with air conditioning, and those without. Now, if you want something closer to authentic provincial living, you'll want to stay here.
If you find these rooms too basic, then you're probably not cut out for farm living. And if you're looking for Wi-Fi, forget it. If you want to reconnect with nature, you need to hear and feel it around you, not the buzz of electronics or the air conditioner. If you're still not ready, there are many other ways to experience farm life in Cavite and still experience the sounds, the smells, the flavors, and the scenery of this beautiful part of the province. And whichever way you choose to, you can be sure to feel happier, healthier, and calmer during your stay.
And that's all for this episode of Executive Class. I'm David Celdran. Thanks for watching.